Hey team, how's it going? This is Vendetta and today we're going to be looking at a replay, but it's going to be of a 2v2 of me and my good old buddy Surav. So Surav is finally back online, he's now playing games, which is all nice. And this was a battle which me and him both played against Alexi156 and Nemesis. I think the previous match to this, match prior, I think we might have lost to these two guys. I can't remember. I think we did. But it's on Gifu Crossing nonetheless. It's a map which I actually rather quite enjoy. So let's go look at the army builds very quickly. Try and breeze over these nicely. So Vendetta, what has he brung? He's got some Nodachi, Nodachi. He's got some sword attendants, and lone sword, and then also got Captain Cabinet, who's a melee gen. Got some Happy Spear Sword, who are my Naginata Samurai, Matchlock Ashigaru, Naginata Attendants, Naginata Samurai, and then over on this side I've got Matchlock Ashigaru, Naginata Attendants, then I've got some Light Cav, Yari Cav, Light Cav, and Yari Cav. So that's going to be my build for today. Let's go look at Surav. Surav's bought Yari Cav, oh sorry, that's Yari Cav and a Light Cav. But he's then also got up front Naginata Samurai, Sword Attendants, Ritter des Reichers. I can't say, my German is terrible. But he's got some Katana Samurai, and some more Katana Samurai, all with 18 melee attack, it looks like. Then he's got some Naginata Warrior Monks, there's good strong infantry there. Musashi is going to be his general as leadership. Naginata Attendants, Matchlock Ashigaru, Yari Cav, and some more Yari Cav. So let's go look at what they decided to bring. And it looks like they haven't really got any hidden units. So he's got some Yari Cav, Fire Cav, Yari Cav, and Naginata Warrior Monk Cav. So it's a nice mix there. So he's got some good charge and some good sustain. His general is going to be a leadership general, it looks like. And he's also got some Matchlock Samurai, Matchlock Warrior Monks, Naginata Warrior Monks, Bulletproof Samurai, Katana Samurai, no, Dachi Samurai with 20 attack there. It's pretty nice. He's got some 2 light cav packing in the rear with the gear. Then he's got some Naginata Attendants on this side. This is going to be Alexi. He's got some Katana Samurai. There's a lot of Katana Samurai in this game. I don't tend to bring so much of it anymore. But he's also got some Naginata Warrior Monks. So we've got 2 of those guys, 20 defense, 15 melee attack, which is pretty beast. Naginata Attendants, Portuguese Turcos, Toikos, oh, what am I up to? So it's got some Naginata Warrior Monk Cav, and also some Fire Cav to back them guys up. And I'm going to be fighting over the Archery Dojo and the Sword Dojo. So the Sword Dojo is going to be pretty vital considering we all decided to bring a lot of swords. Then you may be wondering, Vendetta, why the hell did you set up your army like this? This is possibly the most awful setup you could have ever done. Well, the problem is that I was kind of grouping all my guys up, and to any of you who actually play with me online, you'll understand how long I take, whenever I set up my army, even when I'm just choosing my build, or whether I'm actually, setting it up, deploying it in the game. I spend forever. So I was setting it up. I thought I grouped all of my main contingent up, and no, I didn't. So I, selected them all, clicked them forward, and bang, we've got a big long straight line, which is not helpful. But it looks like he's also got some, I think that's some Hero Katana Cavalry. Never get to see those guys a lot. So we've got some hidden units. I've no idea where those guys are coming out of. I think it's all of these. This has got some Whacker Raiders there. I've already mentioned all of these units. So what I'm going to do, again, like with Toki, I'm going to be charging up my Cav, try and get some of that early map control. But I'm going to kind of just surrender a little bit of it because he's got so many matchlocks, and also he's got some great cav there, which I don't really want to be engaging this early on in the game. But it looks like Nemesis is going to be firing away at Surav's army, which is not good for him. However, he is shooting into the Sword Dojo, which is not going to be too great. And yeah, so shouldn't really be sending forward his Naginata Samurai. He needs to be sending forward his Sword Attendants if possible. Whoops, sorry, just had a bit of a glitch there. And Nemesis will be able to make quick work of these Naginata Samurai, even though they are pretty heavily armoured. But still, it's not going to go well for Surav. On this side, however, I'm going to be taking advantage. I'm going to be charging forward. I think that's my light cav straight forward into his Portuguese Turcos, try and get some kills, try and disrupt them if possible. Alex, I'm just going to call him Alex. Alex has decided to take forward his Naginata Attendants, trying to get some map control, trying to get that Archery Dojo, but I'm not going to let him. I think my light cav got charged by his Katana Hero, which is not good. I probably should have taken these guys off their horses. They would have had a much better chance because because this way they'd be effectively light spearmen rather than light cavalry. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm not going to play to Alex's playstyle. I'm going to make sure I take my army round the flank, try and support Surav, and try and block Alex from getting any kind of support, or giving any support to Nemesis. So we're going to be grinding out in a huge melee fight here between all different types of units. Surav probably really should have been a little bit more decisive with this. He probably should have sent in his kind of katanas straight in, and then taken out the monks about this point, and then taking them around the flanks, like a big huge gap here, maybe through the gap here. That would have been much better for him. But we're going to have a big cavalry orgy here in the centre, if I may just say. And what I'm going to try and do is set up my army in such a way that it blocks, again, Alex from lending any support over to our Nemesis, because I understand that Surav always brings very heavy infantry, a very infantry heavy build, so I know that whenever he plays a game he will most likely demolish any play he comes across. So I'm trying to make sure that Alex doesn't lend a hand with that infantry fight, and so hopefully Nemesis should be able to lose on that flank against my buddy Surav. But we're going to be fighting over I think it's the kind of archery dojo. I think we both kind of forgot about this, but I'm going to be setting up here. I think his yeah, there is Katana Cavalry. They got mopped up by my Yari Cav, and they're going to be trying to charge into these Matchlocks. Again, Matchlocks are perfect against any hero units, and those guys just got creamed. I'll spin these guys back around to try and fight these Naginata attendants, and it looks like Surav's side is really not going well. I think really it was the bunching up of all of his units. He stacked his units, which is something you don't really want to do, but that's something to do for next time for Surav. Remember, just send in that Katana Cavalry. No, sorry, Katana Samurai, and then take around the Naginata Warrior Monks. And also, you can always peel units off if they're still in combat. It's always a valid option. So at the moment, I'm slowly crushing Alex here, but I'm also holding down this centre, making sure that Nemesis can't backcharge me while I'm finishing off his ally. On this flank, though, I do take up my Matchlock. I put them in the forest, and I try and get some shots off on some of these Yari Cav, but I'm not sure if those guys actually will shoot. And it looks like I've pretty much just gone in and demolished Alex. It looks like he just kind of moved his army slowly into mine, and his army just sort of dissolved almost, because it doesn't look like I lost a lot of men. But I'll be taking these guys around the flank, hopefully, take these guys up into this kind of kill zone area. And this is the most surprising bit. My sword attendants have actually done an exceptional job, and they've held. I've got two sword attendants here. They may not be doing the best, but look, they're holding up against Waka Raiders, Naginata Warrior Monk Cav, Nodachi, Naginata Warrior Monks, Naginata attendants even. So my attendants did such a good job of holding this middle ground, preventing Nemesis from coming in and backcharging me. So that was a pretty decisive kind of action in the whole game. Now I'm going to be getting a cav charge here off on Nemesis, wiping some of his general out, but we'll be able to run him away, and he'll probably get some shots off with his Naginata Warrior Monks. I come in here and I try and clean up very quickly, and it's looking pretty desperate at this point. I've only got Naginata Samurai protecting against all of his cavalry. I've got some Holler if you need me, Nodachi. So those guys are feeling pretty tired, and also my Avatar is getting wiped out here by Monk Cav, but also by some Matchlocks as well. They've got 90 kills there. Those guys are 180, so that's a lot of kills. But down over here in this middle ground, it does look like I'm slowly beginning to claw it all back for me and Surav. It's not completely done just yet. And he's going to be doing a little charge with his light cav, which is a nice idea, but again, this is down into Naginata Samurai, so he will be losing that light cav shortly. Over on this flank, his Naginata Warrior Monk cav is sitting here, or he's going to try and take them around the flank, which is a nice idea. I mean, if he rear charged now, he would have won, I reckon, outright. But the match is going to go on for a little bit longer. I've got a lot more men left on the field. And also I've got very strong infantry left. So I've got Nodachi, I've got Naginata Samurai, more Nodachi, and some Naginata Samurai over here. So I've got 3 Naginata Samurai. But the only problem is that I'm feeling the hurt. My guys are a little bit fatigued. And my general, I've only got 2 men left on my general. And he's just got 2 Matchlock units left. He's going to be firing away into me, but I'm just going to, again, using the dissolve word again, I'm going to dissolve into the countryside a little bit. Try and make sure that I can get into this forest, I can get on the uphill advantage, and I'll also start to try and spread my units out to try and attack from multiple angles at once. But these guys, so I've got some Longsword over here and some Matchlock Ashigaru, they were over here on the other side of the archery dojo, so I'm going to take those guys up and pin them up on this hill here in the ridge to hopefully shoot down on these Matchlock monks. But really at the moment it's a bit of a stalemate, and I would just like to point something out as well. out of 36 of his bodyguard, look who is the only guy left. Captain Cabinet is a beast. I mean, look at that. He's the only guy left in his whole unit, and he's still hanging on there. I mean, his morale isn't holding up too well, but look at that. That is just ultimate badassness. So, I mean, we're going to be sat here for a little bit of a while, going a little bit back and forward, because I don't want to charge out completely, because, you know, my fatigue is low, which will impact my combat ability. It will impact my speed at which I get to him. It will impact my morale. And also, if my general gets killed, my whole army will most likely rout. So I want to play this smartly. It's always good to just simply sit back and think what you're going to do. You know, it's not always about just rushing outright purely because you got more men. Because if I rushed all of my units into this unit over here, then what would have happened is he could have just swung this unit around and bang, kill. But the fact that I've got these units here, that keeps this unit occupied. Whoops. And it means I can charge this one outright. So he's done a little bit of a mistake. Look at this charge. Just by Captain Cabinet, you absolute beast. Look, and then I'll charge him straight into the back there. That is just epic. So I've got Captain Cabinet just going in and killing motherfuckers just all alone. I've buffed him so much. But my Matchlock Ashigari are going to engage him. These guys who are being shot at are now going to be charging away. They've got 170 kills. That's very, very, very nice. While he's shooting at my Matchlock Ashigari, I'm going to be charging down my Lone Sword to try and kill him. Captain Cabinet is still there, kicking the crap out of these shattered units, but my attention is now going to change towards his Matchlock Warrior Monks, and it's pretty inevitable. We pretty much know who's going to be winning here, and my Matchlock Ashigari really just rubbing it and getting a few more kills. And now they're shattered for some reason, which is great. I didn't even realise that. But these Lone Sword are going to be charging into these Matchlock Warrior Monks, and they will be able to hopefully rout them for me. Notice as well how most of my units are not fatigued anymore. They're kind of active or winded, which is always nice to see. So I hope you enjoyed this battle. It was a nice big 2v2, and it's nice to play with Surav again, because I've definitely missed playing with him. He's one of my longest Shogun 2 friends, and yeah, I thought it was just a very good battle to show you. It was a very close one, which is always nice to see. So I hope you enjoyed, and we'll go to the results screen. Hey guys, I just realised that my mouse has been off for this whole time on Fraps, which is very naughty of me. But here we go, so here are the results. It looks like I did bring the most men, which definitely paid off in the end. I also got second to most kills Nemesis there, killing a lot of Surav's units. But let's go and look who did well and who did not. So Naginata Samurai there, 200 kills, which is nice to see. All my Naginatas did very, very well, and they're very strong, balanced units, Naginata Samurai. Holorofinimi did pretty decently, getting a good amount of kills there. Captain Cabinet definitely deserved it. Apparently I lost all 36, which is a bit bizarre. But let's go look at who else did pretty decently. So Alex's Waka Raiders did very, very nicely. I think they killed my Light Cav when I charged in against those Turkos. But I minimised the Turkos and how good they could do, because they can be a very potent unit. But really, let's go look at Surav. So Surav, again with that katana, he probably should have split them into nice long thin strips, charged them in, and then charged the Naginatas around the back. He would have had the most impact that way. And he probably would have won that very easily as well, because Nemesis didn't have the strongest infantry, if I'm honest. And if we look at his infantry, Nodachi, Naginata Warrior Monks, Bulletproofs, Naginata Warrior Monks, and Katanas. You know, compared to what I think Surav had about 6 or 7 good, very strong units. 7 or 8 actually, good, very, very strong units of infantry. So he could have won that, but nonetheless, we still managed to win the game. And I do hope you've enjoyed this 2v2. Hopefully we can do a few more. And bye for now.